It's been a while, Rachel. Would it be alright if I asked about where my dad is hospitalized? I haven't been able to reach Kevin, and I'm worried. I heard he's been in the hospital since last month.
Sarah, this is certainly unexpected.
I've been trying to reach someone in the family for weeks now. The neighbor said he was taken by ambulance. No one thought to tell me?
And why should anyone have told you? You're practically a stranger to this family.
I know it's sudden, but please. I've been trying to contact Kevin for months now.
Why are you suddenly interested in your father's condition now?
I'm not suddenly interested. I've been trying to reach out for a while. Kevin hasn't responded to any of my messages. I even tried calling the house. I left voicemails every week. Sent emails too.
Do you know how long it's been since you've even contacted us?
I've been sending messages regularly. Every holiday, every New Year. Did Kevin not tell you? I even sent cards for your anniversary. They were all returned unopened.
What do you want now? I have no information to share with someone like you.
What? Someone like me? What's that supposed to mean? Rachel, please, I just want to know if he's okay. Is he getting proper treatment? Can he have visitors? Which hospital is he in? I just want to see him once. I've been trying to reach out for months.
Months? That's nothing compared to years of absence.
Years of absence? That's not true. I've been trying to maintain contact. Kevin blocks every attempt I make. He changed his number 3 times. But I always found ways to reach out.
You barely ever come home, dumped all of your father's care on us. And now, of all times, you're getting in touch. You must already know that your father is in critical condition.
Wait a minute. Critical condition? Is he really that ill?
As if you didn't know.
Why didn't anyone tell me? I didn't know about his condition getting worse. Please, Rachel, I just want to see him.
Coming around at a time like this, you're just like a vulture.
A vulture? That's cruel, Rachel. I have a right to know about my father's condition. I'm still his daughter. Legally and by blood.
You probably have informants telling you everything.
Informants? What are you talking about? I only heard he was hospitalized from an old neighbor. Mrs. Smith told me when I called to check. That's the only way I find out anything anymore.
Drop the act, lol. It's so obvious you're just after the inheritance. Not visiting for years, but wanting his money now? How pathetic, lol.
Excuse me? This isn't about his money at all. How could you think like that? I've been trying to reach out for important reasons. There are things he needs to know. Things you all need to know.
Important reasons? Like what?
There are things we need to discuss. About Dad's financial situation. Things that affect everyone.
Sorry, but I won't tell you which hospital. Besides, they probably wouldn't let a dirty poor person like you in anyway, lol. Someone as unclean as you would just be a nuisance, lol.
What do you mean by dirty poor person? You have no right to speak to me that way, Rachel. I work honestly for my living.
Oh, did I hurt your feelings? Truth hurts, doesn't it? Someone like you doesn't belong in our family.
This isn't about feelings. This is about basic respect. Something you seem to know nothing about.
I've heard all about you from Kevin. Sarah, you were too stupid to even go to high school, lol. And now you're working with just a middle school education. With such low qualifications, your job options and salary must be really limited, lol. You really are just a dirty poor person.
Wait a minute. The reason I only finished middle school, is that what my brother's been telling you?
Of course it is. Yes, that's what he said. She's just a stupid, hopeless sister, lol.
What? He said that about me? About his own sister? He's completely twisted the truth. You don't know anything about what happened back then. About why I had to leave. About what they did to me.
I heard you childishly developed a complex about your college-educated brother and ran away right after middle school. You didn't even come to our wedding or send a gift. But now you want to visit just for the inheritance? How inappropriate!
I wasn't invited to your wedding. Kevin made sure of that. He returned the gift I sent, unopened, just like everything else. Rachel, I'm not here for the inheritance, and it seems like you've only heard a very one-sided version about me.
One-sided? What other side could there be?
There's so much you don't know. About my mother, about what really happened, about the real reason I had to leave, about what they did to me.
The facts speak for themselves.
The facts? You don't know the real facts. You only know Kevin's version. His convenient lies. Please, just let me explain.
I don't care about your excuses. Just stop contacting us. You have no right to see your father. You've been practically no contact since middle school. You'd just be a bother to him. Your presence would only make his condition worse, so please leave.
Rachel, please listen. There's something important you need to know.
Don't contact me again.
Hey, Sarah, Rachel told me you tried to see Dad.
Kevin, after all this time, you finally respond. Years of silence, and this is how you start? I never expected to hear from you, Kevin. I only contacted Rachel because you never replied to any of my messages.
Oh, so now you're blaming me for not responding? You have some nerve after everything you've done.
I'm not blaming, I'm stating facts. I've sent you messages every month. Called on holidays. You've blocked every attempt. I have the receipts for every gift I sent. The tracking numbers for every letter. The logs of every call.
After years of silence, you suddenly want to talk? Now that Dad's sick? How convenient.
Years of silence? From which side? Check your blocked messages. Check the returned mail. You'll see who's been silent.
You're such a persistent sister. As Rachel probably told you, we're not letting you see Dad.
But he's in critical condition, right? Why didn't you tell me sooner? Why did I have to hear it from Rachel? Why do I have to hear everything secondhand? At least let me visit him once. I'm his daughter.
His daughter? That's rich. You lost that right long ago. You're nothing to us now.
But I am his daughter. Legally and by blood. You can't deny that. No matter how much you want to.
You abandoned that right years ago when you chose to leave. When you turned your back on us.
I didn't abandon anything. You know what really happened. You were there. You saw everything. You watched it happen. And just did nothing.
Shut up! You're just the child of a mistress! Who do you think you are trying to see Dad when he's in critical condition? Get lost, you poor middle school dropout looking for an inheritance!
What? How dare you bring up my mother? After all these years, after what you did to her, after what Dad did to her, you know nothing about what really happened. Nothing about her sacrifices. Nothing about her pain.
Oh, I know everything I need to know. About your shameful origins. About how you've always been a stain on our family.
No, you only know what you want to know. What's convenient for you to know. There's so much more. Things you've chosen to ignore.
Wanting to see Dad with this timing is really pathetic. You're probably just checking if there's any inheritance set aside for a mistress's child like you. Only wanting inheritance, that's just what you'd expect from a child of such low birth.
Low birth? You sound just like Dad now. Using the same cruel words. The same hateful phrases. You've become just like him.
Forgetting all he did raising you and you never coming back home?
Wait a minute, never coming back home. What's that about? You guys were the ones who kicked me out, so why am I being treated this way? I tried to come back many times. You were the one who blocked me at every turn. Every single time. For years.
Ha! Are you trying to rewrite history now? Making yourself the victim? How pathetic!
I'm not rewriting anything. I remember everything clearly. For every cruel word, every cold shoulder, every locked door. Do you? Or have you convinced yourself of a different story?
Nobody kicked you out. You ran away. You chose to leave. You abandoned us.
That's not true. You were there that day. You watched it happen, standing in the doorway, silent as always. And yes, I'm the child of a mistress. I'm the child Dad had with a woman from a nightclub. He acknowledged me and took me in and raised me. But I never had anyone on my side at home, and you guys kicked me out without even letting me take high school entrance exams. Remember that day? When he tore up my application? When he threw my textbooks out? You just watched. Like you always did.
So what? We took care of trash like you until you finished compulsory education, didn't we? We gave you food, a roof, more than you deserved.
What? Trash? Is that how you've always seen me? Your own sister? Your flesh and blood? All these years?
You should be grateful we even did that much. Most people wouldn't have. Dad was too soft. Should have thrown you out sooner.
Grateful for what? For the daily humiliation? For watching silently when Dad... For the cold meals? The locked doors? The torn photos? The way you've twisted things when explaining to Rachel, and now this attitude? Enough is enough. I used to just quietly go along with things as a child, but I've reached my limit. Before insulting me, you should look at Dad first.
Huh? What's that supposed to mean? Don't you dare talk about Dad. After everything he did for you.
I'll talk about him. About everything he's done. To Mom, to me, to others. All the secrets you've helped him keep. All the lies you've helped him tell. I stayed quiet as a child because I needed to survive. I thought being a mistress's child made me bad, but the bad one wasn't me. It was Dad, right? The one who cheated on Mom and had a child. That's who was wrong. I'm the victim here, so there's no reason for you to blame me.
Shut up. Who cares who was wrong anymore? The point is, I just don't like you being the child of a mistress. Dad's gonna die soon anyway, so that's that. You were never meant to be part of this family. You were just Dad's mistake. A burden we had to bear.
What? You finally admit it. After all these years, it was never about my actions. Just my existence. Just who my mother was. How can you be so cruel? To your own sister. There's something you need to know about Dad. Something that will change everything.
I don't want to hear anything from you. Nothing you say or do matters.
But you need to hear this. Before it's too late. For your own sake. For Rachel's sake. For everyone's sake.
Just get out of my sight. I won't give you a single penny of Dad's inheritance. And don't even think about coming to the funeral. You're not welcome there. You're not welcome anywhere near us. Ever again.
That's terrible. I'm still legally Dad's daughter. Whether you like it or not. Whether you accept it or not. And this isn't about inheritance. There are serious matters we need to discuss. Things that will affect you. Things you can't ignore.
Shut up, you bottom feeder. When I say leave, you have no choice but to leave. And don't ever show your face to me again.
You'll regret not listening to me. I tried to warn you. But fine, you've made your choice. Remember this moment. When the truth comes out.
Is that a threat? You dare threaten me? After everything?
It's a warning.
Just disappear like you did before.
This time will be different. You'll see. Sooner than you think.
Hey, Sarah, what are you doing at the funeral home? You weren't invited. How dare you show up here?
I heard my dad passed away, so I came as his daughter. I tried contacting my brother about the funeral location, but he ignored me. So I had to find out on my own. I have every right to be here. As much as you do. More than you know.
You actually tracked down the funeral location? Who told you? Was it the hospital? The funeral home?
Of course I did. Did you think I wouldn't? Even after you tried to hide it, I have my ways. I always have.
How dare you? This is a private family matter. You're not welcome here.
How dare I? I'm his daughter. I have every right to be here. More than you know.
Please just leave. There are lots of people here and I don't want to make a scene. Please leave quietly without being seen by anyone. Don't embarrass us. Don't make this worse.
I won't leave. Not this time. Not anymore. No, I have no reason to follow your wishes. I have every right to be here. More right than you might think. Things you don't understand yet.
Such a persistent middle school dropout, coming all this way for inheritance. You're really acting like a poor person. So this is what the child of a mistress is like, lol. No class. No dignity. No shame.
Excuse me? Still going on about that? After all this time? You really know nothing about the situation, do you? Nothing about what's coming.
I know everything I need to know. Kevin told me everything. About your past. About who you really are.
No, you don't. You only know what Kevin told you. And he's been lying. For years. About everything.
Kevin told me the other day, I thought you were just unusually estranged siblings, but to think you were a mistress's child, lol. And now you're working at a nightclub just like your stupid mother.
It's just a pub, actually. Get your facts straight. At least try to be accurate in your insults. And you know nothing about my mother. Or what Dad did to her. The truth would shock you. It would change everything.
Oh, a pub, lol. A job flirting with drunk old men, just like your mother, lol. Low-class blood really does get passed down, lol. Mother like daughter. Both of you just the same.
What? Are you making fun of my mother right now? After everything she went through? After what Dad put her through? You have no idea what she went through. The sacrifices she made. The pain she endured. All for him. And all because of him.
I'm not making fun, just stating facts, lol. It's true that you live off dirty old men, lol. And working in food service must be tough these days. Is that why you're after the inheritance? That must be why you're here. Looking for a handout. Like always.
That's enough. How many times do I have to tell you it's not about the inheritance? You're so fixated on money. Just like Dad was. There are more important matters here. Things you should know before it's too late. Things that will affect your future. Your entire future.
This is hilarious, lol. You're getting angry because I'm telling the truth, lol. Can't handle the facts. About who you really are. About what you come from.
This conversation is just pointless. You won't even listen. Just like he never listened. To warnings. To truth. To anything. Could you please call my brother? There's something I need to discuss with him directly. It's urgent. More urgent than you know.
Why should I do anything for you? After you showed up uninvited?
Because it affects both of you. More than you realize. Time is running out. For all of us. For everything.
Kevin is busy as the chief mourner. He doesn't have time for a mistress's child. You're probably just going to say something stupid anyway, so please, just leave. He has real responsibilities, unlike you.
In that case, I won't leave. I'll wait nearby, so please let me know when my brother has time. This is more important than you realize, as it affects both of you. Your entire future. Everything you think you know. Everything you think you have.
You're so persistent. Do you want your father's inheritance that badly? I'm the one who lived with him and took care of everything. And Kevin is your father's only real child. A mistress's child isn't a real daughter. You have no right to any inheritance. You weren't there. You didn't care for him.
Please calm down, Rachel. I really am not after the inheritance. Yes, he was a father I hated, but I'm grateful that you took care of him. I'm not trying to take anything away from you. In fact, quite the opposite. I'm trying to help you.
What? Just shut up and leave. Nobody wants you here. Nobody needs you here.
Rachel, you're making a big mistake. A very costly one. One you'll regret. More than you can imagine.
You want money so badly? Is that why you're here? Is that all you care about? If you want inheritance that badly, I'll give you some. Your inheritance is 30 pennies, lol. Take this and get out, you inheritance-hunting poor person. Will that make you happy? Will that make you leave?
In that case, I'll let my brother have everything. Every last bit of it. Including what comes with it. Every last thing. All the responsibility. All the consequences.
Don't ever show up again, lol. You should have said that from the start. Got it? Never appear before us again, and don't contact us, lol. This is what you wanted, right? To cause trouble. Want to make a scene.
Yes, of course. I don't want to see such a nasty couple ever again either. So I'll let you have all the inheritance. Please take care of the debt repayment as well. I'll leave the rest to my lawyer. Everything that comes with it. Everything you don't know about. Everything Dad kept hidden.
Huh? What debt repayment? What are you talking about? Your father didn't have any debts.
The repayment of the debt owed to me. It comes to about $400,000. Please pass this on to my brother. That's just the beginning. Just what he owes me.
What? Wait a minute. What do you mean, debt repayments to you? Such a huge sum of $400,000. Kevin never mentioned anything like this. This can't be true. You must be lying. This must be some kind of joke. You're making this up to cause trouble. You must be. Your father would never.
I don't think my brother knows about it either. None of you actually knew about this. Dad made sure of that. Dad kept many secrets. From all of us.
What? How could Kevin not know? Kevin knows everything about Dad's finances. He handled all the paperwork, all the accounts.
Clearly not everything. Not even close. Dad was good at hiding things. Very good. That's why you should have let me see Dad while he was alive. Then you might have found out sooner. I tried to warn you. I tried to tell you. But you just wouldn't listen.
Wait, what's going on? What kind of debt is this that even Kevin doesn't know about? You need to explain this to me properly. This can't be real. Tell me everything. Right now.
You know my mother worked at a nightclub, right? Well, she passed away 5 years ago. And that's when I found out Dad had borrowed money from her. Large amounts. Multiple times. Over many years.
Your father did? No, that can't be true. He would never. He was too proud.
Apparently, Mom and Dad were more than just client and worker, and he borrowed money from her. He made promises. Empty promises. Like he always did. And he borrowed a lot of money from her. Multiple times.
Don't tell me that's the $400,000. All of it? From your mother?
That's right. He borrowed money from her multiple times, totaling $400,000. But it seems he never repaid a single penny. Year after year. Promise after promise. Lie after lie.
No way. But why would she lend him so much? And why didn't she demand it back sooner? It doesn't make sense.
But even Mom was troubled by this, and she told Dad, if you won't repay me, I can't afford to raise a child. That's when Dad said, then I'll take the child, so please wait for repayment, and took me in. He used me as collateral. His own daughter. Like a bargaining chip.
What? Is that what happened?
I always thought my mom abandoned me and dumped me on Dad. But that wasn't it at all. Dad was the one who asked to take me in exchange for delaying repayment. And yet, he treated me like an unwanted child of a mistress. How could he act that way, even if it was in front of his wife and son?
That's... Kevin needs to know about this. He needs to know everything.
And, as you know, I lived with Dad and my brother until middle school. Which means Dad still hadn't repaid Mom a single penny even when I was in middle school. Then he said, "You're not worth sending to high school," and kicked me out. After breaking his promises.
Wait, you tried to get into high school but were too stupid to pass, right? That's what we were told. That's what Kevin always said. All these years.
That's the convenient explanation you've been given, but it's wrong. I had good enough grades, but Dad and my brother wouldn't allow it. I was in the top 10 of my class. My teachers recommended me. I had already passed the mock exams.
No way. All this time. We've been wrong about everything? Everything Kevin told me.
And then Mom passed away lonely and alone 5 years ago. After learning everything, I waited for Dad in her place. Of course, I notified him about Mom's death, but he never came to repay even a penny. Not even a condolence letter. Not even a phone call. Not even an acknowledgement of her passing. Just silence. Like always.
Oh!
That's why I contacted you when I heard he was in critical condition. I couldn't let him get away with not paying his debt. But my brother wouldn't let me see him through you. Sadly, he got away with not paying after all.
Let me check something. This $400,000 debt was money that your mother lent, right? So, wouldn't the debt normally be canceled since the person who lent the money has passed away? That's how it works, right? The debt dies with the person? Please tell me that's how it works.
Actually, it doesn't work that way. Lol. I properly inherited Mom's right to collect the debt. Every document, every receipt, every proof of loan. Mom kept everything.
What did you say?
So the obligation to repay the borrowed money doesn't disappear. Dad's inheritance naturally includes his debts, too. And since you and my brother are inheriting everything from Dad, please make sure to repay me the $400,000.
No way, wait! I never heard about this!
Well, please pass this on to my brother. I'll send you the contact information from my lawyer later. Please direct all future repayment plans and consultations to them.
What's $400,000 in debt? I'm not scared at all. After all, Dad has lots of land and real estate. We're rich. We have assets. This is nothing.
You sound very sure. Have you actually checked the assets? All of them? Every last detail?
You think you can scare us with this? With your little threats? With your stories?
I'm not trying to scare anyone. Just stating facts. Facts you should have learned earlier. Facts Dad kept hidden.
I've already looked into Dad's assets. Every property, every account, everything.
You spent all night checking Dad's assets, didn't you? Did you find everything you expected? No surprises? Nothing concerning?
Even after paying your $400,000, we'll still be in the black. I'm inheriting Dad's assets, and you, the mistress's child, will renounce your inheritance. We're still rich. We don't need you. We never did.
So confident. Just like Dad was. Until the end. Until everything fell apart. I'll gladly renounce it if you properly repay me, but I'll only renounce after confirming the full repayment. Every last penny must be accounted for. No exception. No delays.
Then rest assured, I've already transferred the $400,000 to your account. Check it. That should shut you up. That should make you disappear.
Oh, it's true. You've already transferred it. You work fast when you want to. When you think you're in control. When you think you know everything.
There was exactly $400,000 in Dad's account, so that worked out. Now I just need to sell the land and real estate and convert everything to cash. With this much, I can live a life of leisure. Everything's falling into place. Just as I planned, just as I deserve.
A life of leisure? You sound very sure. Very, very sure. Just like Dad was.
I'll never have to work again! This inheritance is my ticket, my reward for all these years.
Never work again? That's quite a plan. Quite a dream. Quite a delusion.
This inheritance will set me up for life. I've earned this after taking care of him, after everything.
Then I'll proceed with renouncing my inheritance as planned. Just as you wanted. Everything you wanted. For now.
Yeah, hurry up and renounce it and never show your face to us again. Don't try coming back later saying you want a share of the inheritance. You won't get another penny. Not ever.
I won't say that. Once I get the money, I don't care about anything else. Well then, good luck with repaying the rest of the debts. You'll need it. All of it.
The rest of the debts? What rest? What are you talking about?
You heard me. The rest of the debts. All of them.
What do you mean? Stop playing games!
$400,000 to me is done, but there are about 6 more people. Roughly speaking, it's about $200,000 per person. But with the land and real estate, you should be fine. At least that's what you think. That's what you believe. Just like Dad did.
Wait! What do you mean 6 more people? Wasn't Dad's debt only to your mother? This can't be true! You have to be lying!
Oh, brother. If only you'd listened earlier. If only you'd let me explain. If only you'd answered my calls.
This is just revenge!
Nope, looks like Dad was an even worse person than we imagined. Much worse. Than anyone knew. Than anyone suspected.
What? No! Dad would never! He was always so responsible! He wouldn't do this!
The money he borrowed from my mom, apparently it all disappeared into gambling. He said, I want to start a new business when he borrowed it, but when the truth came out, it had all gone to gambling. Every penny. Every loan. Every time.
What? No! Dad would never! He was always so responsible! He built the company! He was respected!
Responsible? Is that what you thought of him? Is that what he showed you? The others had similar stories. He kept making excuses to delay repayment. They said they sent many letters to our house asking for repayment, but never got a single reply. Year after year. Letter after letter. Excuse after excuse. You remember those letters, don't you? The ones he always tore up? Remember how many there were? Every month?
Wait. Now that you mention it, Dad used to get lots of letters regularly. I did give them to him, but he would just tear them up saying he was getting senile. The blue envelopes. The registered mail. The urgent notices.
Those were probably the letters demanding repayment. He wasn't senile. He was deliberately tearing them up. Playing dumb. Playing innocent.
What? All this time? He was lying to everyone? To me?
Eventually, these people found their way to my pub. Even though I'm a mistress's child, I'm still legally Dad's daughter. They managed to track me down somehow. They kept asking me to help arrange a meeting with Dad. Week after week. Month after month. Begging for help.
So you knew about Dad's debts all along? You knew everything? While we were taking care of him? While he was dying?
Yes, for years now. While you blocked my calls. While you ignored my warnings.
So that's why you kept trying to contact us? Why didn't you just tell us directly? Why all the secrets? Why the games?
That's why I kept trying to contact you. I tried so hard to get everyone to meet with him. But you never replied, never met with me. You blocked every attempt I made. And now, here we are, facing the consequences.
Wait, what is this? To me, Dad was someone who was strict with himself and others. He built up the company to a decent size, was a respectable businessman, but instead he was a scumbag drowning in debt? Everything I believed about him, it was all a lie? My whole life?
Remember the repayment amount I mentioned? About $200,000 per person, so good luck. Do the math. If you can handle it, Mr. College graduate.
Wait, let me see. You said there were 6 people besides you who he borrowed from. So if each person is owed $200,000, that's roughly $1,200,000. That can't be right. You must be lying. This has to be a mistake. No way. Over 1 million? This can't be happening.
You'll need to check the details with everyone, but you should prepare for about that much. And right now, it's just 6 people, but there might be more coming forward. More stories, more debts, more secrets. Just wait.
There's no way we can pay that much. The land and real estate we checked yesterday aren't worth that much. In that case, we'll renounce the inheritance too. We don't want a deficit inheritance either. We'll just refuse it. Walk away. Start fresh.
Huh? You and Rachel can't renounce the inheritance anymore. So you'll have to accept it, whether it's in the red or not. No escape. No way out. No fresh start.
What? Really? There must be some way out. Some loophole, some solution.
Because you already used Dad's savings account to repay my debt, right? That means you've already accepted and used the inheritance, so you can't suddenly say you want to renounce it now. You acted too fast, too confident, too sure.
What? So what happens to us? Do we absolutely have to take over Dad's debts? All of them? Everything? The whole amount?
Yes, all of them. Every last penny, every single debt. Good luck, brother. Unlike middle school dropout me, you got to go all the way through university. I'm sure you'll figure something out. All that education, all that privilege, all those opportunities. Use them well.
Don't mess with me! What do you mean figure something out? I thought I could retire early with Dad's inheritance. I thought I could live a life of leisure. Everything was planned. Everything was perfect. This was my reward.
Dreams of leisure. Just like Dad's dreams. All built on lies. All crumbling now.
You planned this from the start. You tricked me. You set me up. You knew all along.
Well then, I'll be going now. As promised, I'll never appear before you again, so good luck with Rachel. Consider it payback for all those years. For every insult. For every lie. For every cruel word.
Wait, Sarah! You can't leave it like this! You can't do this to us! We're family!
Goodbye, brother. Forever this time. Just like you always wanted. Just like you always said. And after that, not only did the 6 people who had lent money to Dad come forward, but 3 more people appeared saying they had lent money to Dad while he was alive, bringing the total to 9 people. The total amount ended up being $3 million. My brother and his wife immediately consulted a lawyer, but it was indeed too late to renounce the inheritance. I heard they had to sell everything, the land, real estate, family home, cars, everything, to somehow repay everyone. Afterwards, I got a message from Rachel saying, "Our life is difficult because of you. You're his sister, so you should help support your brother and his wife." But I replied, "I'm not a sister. I'm a mistress's child." That was the last contact, but I hear they're living modestly in an apartment without a bath. By the way, Dad's grave has apparently become overgrown with weeds, as no one has visited it since.
Thank you for watching all the way until the end. If you felt good after watching this video, please like the video. If not, please leave a comment and give us your feedback. Also, don't forget to subscribe. Your comments and likes help this channel grow. We hope you enjoy our other stories as well.
Sarah, enough is enough. How long are you planning to stay at your parents' house? Read the room and move out already.
What?
You're seriously asking what? We need to talk about this.
This is coming out of nowhere. What's the problem?
Living with so many people is just stressing me out. You know that I just gave birth 3 months ago. I'm exhausted and don't have the energy to be considerate of others.
And that's somehow my fault?
You're making everything harder by being here. So just move out of this house already.
Why are you suddenly demanding this?
Because the house feels so cramped, I can barely rest with you around.
Why should I be the one to move out? This is my family home.
Family home or not, things are different now. You're being selfish. Can't you see how difficult this is for me?
Me being selfish? That's rich coming from you.
I have a baby to think about. Don't you understand the current situation? Yes, this is your family home, but now your brother and his wife are living here with a newborn baby. Even though it's a house, we're way over capacity.
You've been only here for 3 months. I've lived here my whole life.
That's exactly the problem. You should have moved out ages ago.
I agree with that, but are you really in a position to say that?
What's that supposed to mean?
You're acting like you own this place now.
Because I need to think about what's best for my baby. I'm a new mother. I need support.
And I need a place to live. This was my home first. This house was home to my parents and me, just the 3 of us. You're the ones who barged in right after giving birth, saying, "I need help because I'm not feeling well after childbirth." What was supposed to be a 1-month stay has dragged on for 3 months. And now you're telling me to move out?
1 month wasn't nearly enough. You have no idea how hard recovery is.
That wasn't the agreement, though.
I'm telling you to read the room. I'm still not feeling well even after 3 months postpartum. So I can't go back to the apartment anytime soon.
What did you say?
Can't you see how much I'm suffering every day? Normally, you should be the one telling your brother and me saying, "I'll move out so you can live here permanently."
Permanently? You can't be serious.
Of course I'm serious. This is what's best for the baby.
Well, you seem to have recovered plenty from childbirth from what I can see.
What? You don't get to judge my recovery. Where exactly does my postpartum broken body look recovered to you?
Should I list the ways?
Please do. I'd love to hear your expert opinion on postpartum recovery.
Well, you stay up late every night on the couch. All you do is watch TV while eating snacks and Mom's cooking. Then you stay up late watching drama shows and anime. You seem perfectly healthy to me.
How dare you say that? I'm just taking breaks between my busy childcare duties. I deserve those breaks.
Busy with childcare? What childcare duties? Mom practically does everything for you.
You have no idea what I do during the day.
Michelle, all you do is change 1 diaper a day. Everything else, feeding, diaper changes, dealing with night crying, you've dumped it all on my mom. You barely do anything.
You can only say that because you've never given birth. Just changing a diaper once takes so much energy. With my postpartum body, once a day is my limit.
What?
Stop judging things you don't understand. You've never been through this.
Are you actually serious right now?
Completely serious. You have no right to judge. Besides, the childcare thing is fine. Your mother is happy to do it because she's excited about her first grandchild. So stop making it sound like I'm forcing her.
How exactly does she look happy doing it?
She loves spending time with her grandchild. That suspicious look in your eyes is what stresses me out. Being treated like I'm a neglectful mother. I can't recover in this environment. That's why you need to move out of this house, Sarah.
Just to be clear, you can't go back to your home soon. You're still keeping your apartment, right?
About that, actually.
Michelle.
We've already canceled the apartment lease. Tommy and I discussed it and decided to live here permanently.
What?
Why are you so surprised? It makes perfect sense.
You made this decision without talking to anyone?
We don't need permission to do what's best for our baby. It's obvious this is the best solution. Your parents should be happy to have their grandchild here. That's why you need to move out quickly. This house is now for your parents and our family.
Mom, did you hear that Michelle and Tommy are planning to live here permanently? They even canceled their apartment lease. They just told me to move out. They just told me this morning, too. Your father hadn't heard anything either. We were both shocked. When did they even decide this? Did they even discuss this with you? Not at all. They just announced it like it was already decided. How can they just make decisions about your house? I can't believe they did this. I know, it's quite surprising. They think they can just take over. What exactly did Michelle say to you? She's acting like she owns the place. She said I need to move out because this house is for their family now. Their family? She's impossible to reason with. Apparently, having the baby makes them more important. I see. She won't listen to anything I say. What should we do? They've clearly gotten used to living here. Michelle dumps all childcare on you, and Tommy doesn't even contribute to living expenses, saying it's like showing filial piety. Well, about that, Sarah, why don't you take this opportunity to move out? What? Just hear me out. Mom, you can't be serious. Your father and I talked about it, and we're pretty sure Tommy and his wife will never leave the house. And it's too difficult to live with so many people. So, at this point, you moving out would be the quickest solution.
Wait a minute, are you saying you're kicking me out to live with your grandchild and your son's family?
Sarah, don't think of it that way.
How else should I think of it?
This is actually a good opportunity. You've been doing more remote work lately, so you'll be able to work more peacefully living alone. That's true, but this isn't right at all. They're acting entitled. They're the ones who should leave our house. I understand how you feel.
Do you really?
Now, don't get so angry, but let's be practical about this. I'll help you find an apartment to live in. I know someone who works in real estate. Actually, I've already asked them to look for some places for you. You what? You've already started looking for my apartment? I found some really nice places. Great options lined up. I can't believe this is happening. This could be good for you. Trust me on this, Sarah. I feel like I'm being pushed out. You're not being pushed out. Let's just look at some places first.
I can't believe you're taking their side. You're really set on this, aren't you?
I just want what's best for everyone. Well then, let's go view some properties after you finish work today. Make sure to call me as soon as you're done.
How was the property viewing? Lol, did you find a good place?
Yes, I actually did find an unexpectedly nice place. I even signed the contract right there. I'm grateful to Mom and her friend for looking.
Really? Already signed? That was fast. Couldn't wait to leave.
I feel so relieved knowing I'll never have to see your faces again.
That sounds like sour grapes. So funny.
What?
You're trying so hard to act tough. I heard you went crying to your mother and she told you to leave, lol. How sad that even your parents abandoned you. Well, you are a single woman in your 30s. This was the perfect chance for your parents to kick you out, lol.
Is that what you think happened? What do you mean by chance?
Oh, come on. They've probably been waiting for this moment.
Waiting for what exactly?
Having a daughter who won't become independent at her age is such a burden for parents, lol. You're basically just a parasite.
What? You're calling me a parasite?
If the shoe fits, lol.
That's interesting coming from you.
That's what they call people who leech off their parents, lol. It's the perfect word for you, lol.
You're calling me a leech?
Yes, you should be embarrassed.
That's rich coming from you two. I live at home because it's close to work. In exchange, I pay a lot in living expenses. You're the parasites, completely dependent on my parents for everything.
How dare you? We have a baby. Besides, we're different. We gave them their first grandchild, lol. And since it's Tommy's child, that makes him the heir to this house. It's only natural that we get special treatment, lol.
What? Heir to this house? What are you talking about? We're not some prestigious family.
It doesn't matter. Tradition is tradition.
What tradition?
Firstborn son's rights. The eldest son's child is always the heir. We deserve special treatment.
Wow.
It's just how things work.
You really believe that, don't you?
Of course I do. It's obvious. Compared to us, you're just a burden, lol. Never getting married, camping out at home. People who can't read the room are such a hassle. You were just a nuisance to your parents, let alone us, lol.
Yes. Sorry for not being able to read the room.
Now you get it, finally admitting it. You have no allies in this house, lol. An unproductive burden of a daughter deserves to be kicked out, lol.
You really don't understand sarcasm, do you?
Whatever, you're leaving anyway.
All right, so I've already moved out now as you wished.
Don't ever come back.
Oh, don't worry about that. Wasn't planning to return there anyway. I've already rented a place and I'll have movers handle my stuff. I'll stay somewhere tonight and start living in my new place tomorrow.
Lol, good. Everything's working out so perfectly. Finally getting what we deserve. Now there are no more pests in this house. Your mother will handle childcare and we don't have to pay living expenses or rent. Everything is just perfect. I've won completely, lol.
But that's only going to be for 2 weeks, though. Better find a new place before the house gets demolished and put up for sale.
What? Demolished and put up for sale? What are you talking about?
You heard me.
Stop making things up. You're lying.
Think what you want. Anyway, your perfect environment will only last 2 weeks. Obviously, being homeless with a newborn baby would be terrible. You should find a place soon and get ready to move.
Wait a minute, I don't understand at all. What are you talking about? There's no way this house would be demolished or put up for sale.
I'm telling you because it's happening. Our parents have apparently grown tired of you all. They said they want to get away from you even if it means selling the family home.
What? What did you say?
When Mom told me to move out, I was really shocked too. I thought my parents had abandoned me and taken my brother and his wife's side. But before meeting with the real estate agent, she said, it's not that we want to take their side, rather, we want those two to leave as soon as possible.
She said such a thing?
As I thought, Mom was also tired of having all the childcare and housework dumped on her. She said, no matter how much I show it in my attitude, they don't get the hint. They're so clueless, and I'm sick of it. So they finally decided to sell the house. She even said if they forcefully evict you in this situation, she's tired of thinking you'll keep asking for help and support whenever something happens. So they'd rather sell it and move to another place, just the two of them. That's why they told me to leave too.
That must be a lie. What are we supposed to do if they do that? We've already canceled our apartment. We were fully planning to live in this house.
Finding a new place is your only option. I think you've had enough rest these past 3 months. So do your best to be ready to move out in 2 weeks.
That's impossible. Preparing to move in 2 weeks while taking care of a small child.
Making excuses will only waste time. Instead of doing that, hurry up and find a new place to move to. Well then, goodbye. How's the new place? Are you enjoying it? Yeah, the sunlight is even better than I imagined. It's really a nice place. I met the landlord the other day and asked about renovations. They said I don't need to restore it to its original condition, so I can do whatever I want. I might put in some effort to make it exactly how I like it. That's wonderful news. The neighborhood is nice too. I'm so glad to hear that. It feels strange being on my own, but in a good way. You seem happier already. How are things on your end? Are Michelle and Tommy behaving and following your instructions? Have they accepted the house sale somehow? Well, about that, Sarah. That doesn't sound good. Is it that bad? The discussion the other day was terrible. Tommy and Michelle were both crying and screaming, just impossible to talk to. In the end, they said, "You'll never see your grandchild again, lol." No, they didn't. They really said that? Can you believe their nerve? Using the baby as a threat. But that's actually perfect for us. They shouldn't assume that all grandparents are crazy about their grandchildren. Right, Mom. You've never been good with small children. Never liked the baby stage. You always said that. Remember when you told me you were relieved when I started school? Best day of my life. Just had enough of child rearing after raising my own kids. I see. But did they finally agree to leave? Have they started packing at least? Well, about that. They said, "We'll fight to the bitter end." And now they're both holed up in their room. They what? They think they're making some kind of statement. With a baby? Are they serious? Tommy still goes to work at least, but when he comes home, he just locks himself in their room. They think they're staging some kind of siege. In your house? What are they thinking with a small baby? And the funny thing is, despite their siege, they keep sending text messages to me. Like, "The baby won't stop crying. We're leaving them in the hallway. Please take care of it." What? They're still trying to make you do the childcare in that situation? Of course, I reply, "No thanks," and ignore them. It's just, what a pathetic siege attempt. But can you really demolish the house in this situation? Seems difficult with them refusing to leave. Yes, we can. Don't worry about that, because we've already arranged everything with the contractor. All that's left is to call the police on the morning of move and report that we have unauthorized people barricaded in our house. What? You'd really call the police? Sometimes you need to take drastic measures. I feel bad troubling busy police officers, but sometimes you need help from law enforcement. I never expected this from you. You're pretty impressive, Mom. Your father and I have had enough of their behavior. I never thought you'd go this far. They've given us no choice. Of course, we've warned them that calling the police is our last resort. Whatever happens on the day, it's their responsibility if they don't leave. You're right about that. Well, hang in there for another week. I'm supporting you in Dad's new life. I've transferred some money. Use it together. Oh my, you sent us money? Sarah, you shouldn't have. To help with the new place. Consider it a housewarming gift. That's too generous. I feel partly responsible for making you decide to sell the family home. I keep thinking if I had helped you more, if I had been firmer with Tommy and his wife. Don't blame yourself. But still, this isn't your fault at all. That's not something you should worry about. Your father and I should have discussed things earlier instead of letting it build up. If anything, we're sorry for taking such drastic measures. We'll make good use of your thoughtful gift. You deserve better than this. Things will be better soon.
Help! Your parents! They really started demolishing the house! They even called the police! They kicked us out of the house!
No way! You actually stayed until demolition day?
What else could we do? We had nowhere else to go. We were planning to keep living there. Besides, we thought the demolition and sale were just jokes. We never thought they'd actually do it. How could they do this to us?
So, you haven't found a new place yet?
Of course not. How could we? We've been too busy protesting this injustice. We were fighting for our rights. And your parents are being horrible. They've already decided on their new place. No matter how much we beg, they won't tell us the address.
Did you really expect them to?
Of course, we're family.
Family doesn't take advantage of family. Stop relying on my parents already. You have a small child. Hurry up and find a new place. That's all you can do right now.
That's impossible. You don't understand our situation. We have nothing. We got rid of all our furniture and appliances when we canceled our apartment lease. Besides, we don't have enough savings to rent a new place.
What? You don't have money?
Of course not. Tommy's company is in a slump and his salary was cut. And I quit my job right after getting pregnant.
Let me get this straight. And you still tried to move in permanently?
It was the perfect plan. We had it all planned out.
What plan? Mooching forever?
It wasn't mooching. It was family helping family.
You need to face reality now. You need to quickly put the baby in daycare and start working. Find a new place, look for daycare, get a job. You have so many things to do.
You're so cruel. I absolutely refuse. I wanted to become a full-time housewife. I didn't want to work anymore after having the baby.
What?
I deserve to be a stay-at-home mom.
How exactly do you plan to afford that?
Well, if this is how it is, time for our last resort. If we can't rely on your mother, we'll rely on you. Can the three of us, me, Tommy, and the baby, come to your place now?
What? Are you kidding?
Why are you so shocked? It's perfect.
Have you lost your mind?
You have space. Of course it's okay, right? I mean, living alone must be lonely for you. After living with family for so long, suddenly living alone must be awful, right?
Actually, I'm surprisingly enjoying it.
No, you're in denial. You're just trying to convince yourself. Deep down, you must be trembling with loneliness. Being single with no boyfriend is already a lonely life. And now living alone on top of that must be absolutely devastating.
You really need to stop.
Don't worry, Sarah. You'll have us from now on. We'll save you from loneliness. Even though you'll probably never have children of your own, you'll have our child instead. You can love your nephew like your own child.
No. Stop trying to force this on me. Living with you and my brother is impossible, and this whole love your nephew like your own child thing... I see what you're doing. Michelle, you're obviously planning to dump all the childcare on me next.
How could you say that? You're so ungrateful. That's better than never being able to raise children. I'm offering to let you experience childcare out of the kindness of my heart. This is something you should be begging for.
Excuse me? Your kindness?
You should be thanking me.
Your kindness is really something else.
You're refusing our offer to live together. That means you're abandoning your brother's family. You'll never see your cute nephew again.
That's actually fine with me. I don't want to see him anyway.
What? How can you be so cruel?
I'm not being cruel. And I'm not abandoning my brother's family. I'm just being selective. You see, I don't want to live with parasites.
What? What do you mean by that? Are you calling us parasites?
Remember when you called me that?
That was different.
Well, that's exactly what I mean. Isn't that what you call people who leech off others? I don't want to live with such disgusting insects.
How dare you say such horrible things? You can't talk to me like this.
Oh, you're one to talk. Weren't you the first one to throw around nasty words? You can call others insects all you want, but when it happens to you, you play the victim? Lol, how embarrassing for a grown adult.
I'm so angry. You're still single and can't even get married. No boyfriend, never even had a child. Fine then, we don't need to live together. Just give your brother's family some money.
What? Seriously?
You heard me. Open your wallet. We need help.
You really have no shame, do you?
That should be fine, right? Otherwise, a baby just a few months old will be homeless. Can you really let that happen?
Using your baby again? Well, that's not my fault. Besides, as you so kindly pointed out, I'm just a single person. And with no children, have to live out my old age alone. So I need all that money for preparation, even if it seems like a lot.
Ugh, you're heartless.
Learn to stand on your own. So, sorry I can't help, but unlike lonely single me, you have a partner. Your husband. Work hard with my brother Tommy. Try to become adults your child won't be ashamed of. And after that, I heard my brother's family hurriedly moved into a cheap apartment. However, Michelle, who had been dumping all childcare on my mother, is now exhausted from daily childcare and job hunting. Tommy is being constantly pressured by Michelle, who says, "Get us moved to a bigger house, quickly." The neighbors are always complaining about the baby being too loud. He's even taken a night shift job at a local convenience store after finishing his regular work. As for my parents who sold the house, I heard they used that money to move to a peaceful seaside town with an ocean view.
Thank you for watching all the way until the end. If you felt good after watching this video, please like the video. If not, please leave a comment and give us your feedback. Also, don't forget to subscribe. Your comments and likes help this channel grow. We hope you enjoy our other stories as well.